Jack Black is still one of my favorite comedians, and he was hilarious and perfect as Bowser.
Yeah.
I loved him as Bowser.
Like I said this the other day, if anyone else was to play Bowser and they made Bowser sing, everyone would have hated it. But with it being Jack Black, like they were just like, okay, yeah, let's do it.
He's actually up for an Academy Award for that.
And
They're
all
putting
he
him in for an Academy.
was just say peaches.
Peaches.
Well, actually,
milk was just.
What are you doing, Nas? What are you doing?
Yo, Mr. Jerks.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, what's up, guys? So you know that Super Mario Brothers came out, that new movie. What do you guys think about that?
I
enjoyed it.
There was it really, there was a lot of scandal about having Chris Pratt do Mario. I think he did him justice. I think he did a freaking phenomenal job. I love how they brought him back. You get all these little innuendos of like, he's trying to do the voice for Mario here and there, but it's not a whole thing. And all the little Easter eggs that they had in there, just freaking, oh man. It was nostalgic. It was well produced. Jack Black is still one of my favorite comedians, and he was hilarious and perfect as Bowser.
Yeah.
I loved him as Bowser.
Like I said this the other day, if anyone else was to play Bowser and they made Bowser sing, everyone would have hated it. But with it being Jack Black, like they were just like, okay, yeah, let's do it.
He's actually up for an Academy Award for that.
And
They're
all
putting
he
him in for an Academy.
was just say peaches.
Peaches.
So that's funny because after the movie was over, we watched the Peaches YouTube video 9 times straight in a row.
I got the song stuck in my head.
But personally, in my opinion, I believe that the movie with Chris Pratt and the way that they rated him and how they thought that it not being, I don't know what the whole drama was with the whole thing. But with Chris Pratt, he did awesome by playing Brooklyn. So he did the, like, all right, this is what Brooklyn people are supposed to sound like. Because people from Brooklyn, I'm from Brooklyn. I was born in Brooklyn. I was born in Crown Heights. But that's what you're supposed to sound like. And he did that, and then he went back to Mario. And he did it perfect, in my opinion.
I agree.
I like the ode of how they did, to go back to how Mario sounded in the past by doing the commercial, and they made it seem like, okay, we're doing this for promotion, and it tied everything back in perfectly,
absolutely.
And then like Matt V was saying, and then the transition into, okay, this is what every day is like. This is when we're at home and we're with the family. This is how our accent is, and this is how we communicate with each other. But I like that they did the whoa Mario, did all of that stuff. So that was pretty good.
Whenever he got excited riding on the Mario Kart and everything, whenever he got super excited and went Yahoo! Like that was perfect.
Yeah. I want to buy it just for the soundtrack. It's so nostalgic. Because, I mean, you had it from the Super Mario Brothers show. You had it from the game. They had so many different versions of the song in there that was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I heard they pretty much gave a big shout out to Captain Lou Albano because he was before he did the TV show back in the late 80s, early 90s. He was the star of the show, So big shout out to the Albano family, and definitely rest in power, Captain Lou.
Now, one of my favorite things that they did for music-wise was whenever Donkey Kong showed up, and they did the DK Donkey Kong.
And he was my favorite character, by the way.
Yes, he was such a good character. Seth Rogen did him justice.
Seth Rogen did do him justice.
Really good.
Mad V's chomping at the bit.
Seth Rogen, does he not have the... No, there's nothing angry. I have nothing negative to say about this movie. Like, every time Seth Rogen laughed, he has the most unique laugh where it's just like he makes the character, he made Donkey Kong better by existing. Like, that's awesome.
You know what made me angry since we're talking about that? Where was Yoshi? Did I miss Yoshi?
Spoilers, yes. This whole video is a spoiler.
But everything's if you're watching this, it's a spoiler. If you haven't seen the movie, stop.
If you stayed for the very end credit scene, I actually hit Vern up on the side to show him this. It pans to like those pipes and everything that like showing all the worlds were connected through the pipes, and in like the like besides one of the pipes, it shows the Yoshi egg, and then it cracks open, and then it does the
Did the sound effect the cracking
Yes.
noise?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a re-spoiler. I got a re-spoiler because when you finish the movie, there's 2 post-credit scenes. So you see the first one, and the first one is the little evil star girl, which is awesome.
That was funny. That was so funny, by the way.
She's my absolute favorite. But then they have tiny Peaches in the little cage. But then there's one more at the very end that you have to wait for. Yoshi.
I didn't know that. And Marvel ruined that for me because now when the credits roll, I'm not sure if I should get up right away with any movie.
Right.
Any movie I go to see now, as soon as the credits roll, I turn on my phone because I always turn off my phone whenever I go to watch a movie. And I turn on my phone, and then I pull up Google, and I look to see if there's any post-credit scenes.
But guys, I want to ask about something. How hyped were you when you saw that when they started getting on the Mario Karts though, and they hit up Rainbow Road? Because that looks so beautiful.
That was awesome.
Okay. Toad's car.
The truck,
The truck.
The monster truck. And he rolls up in it.
Yeah.
Hey guys!
Yeah,
And he's
that was dope.
That was badass.
I'm curious about Donkey Kong though, because they had the fight to Mario versus Donkey Kong. Was that supposed to be Jumpman?
Yeah.
But also notice the Smash Brothers reference.
I was about to say, I got Smash Brothers from that, honestly.
Yeah.
Another thing too is, did you guys notice the Diddy Kong reference that they threw in there? And if you okay, so they mentioned Diddy Kong very briefly, where he said, everybody be quiet. That means you, Diddy Kong. I waited to see Diddy Kong the entire movie because I was a huge fan of Diddy Kong racing growing up. Briefly,
So when I saw Donkey Kong in this film, I was like, okay, that's a big head nod to Donkey Kong Country, and then everything else developed. Did you see any other characters notable from Donkey Kong Country in there?
I'm gonna be honest, I fell asleep for like 10 minutes. The movie was still good. It wasn't that. It's just I was ripping and running. I was traveling. We was out of town. I was doing a lot, and I wound up losing my brother's keys that day. I'm still sorry, man. Like, a lot happened that day.
I have a question though, but as I was watching this movie, when I got to the end, thought the movie was so great. I thought that this is a great intro for them doing bigger and better things. Zelda, Metroid, all of the classic video games, where they can surmount Marvel, because Marvel intro doing that, like 1, 2, 3.
Is that going to bring you up to Super Smash Brothers then?
I mean, why would that be the build-up? Why wouldn't they be their own individual movies?
Because you're getting all the different characters from the different.
Because we've already seen that formula work. Marvel did it. Marvel used that formula and it worked. And now, and obviously, Marvel's a subsidiary of Disney. They're doing that now with having all of the different series and standalones. So why not? We've seen it work before. Why not do the same thing?
I know that.
I didn't even think.
Is it bad that I would be more excited for a Super Smash Brothers universe than what Marvel is continuing with their universe?
No, it's not bad at all.
No, I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
It was crazy. Like a little bit of.
We've had 15 years of Marvel.
15 years. Why not something else that's really gonna pull at the heartstring of all of us who are a fan of Nintendo? I mean, check this out. They tried it with the MonsterVerse, with King Kong, Godzilla,
Pacific Rim.
They even hinted with it with the Mummy. Believe it or not, that was supposed to kick off a whole MonsterVerse too, with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Dracula.
Brendan Fraser, the Mummy?
Well, no, the new one with Tom Cruise. Yes, thank you. It was supposed to all happen, but for whatever reason, that whole conversation went flat because Marvel has like a MonsterVerse too. Or is it DC? I gotta fact check that. But anyways, moving forward though, to see like somebody actually put together like a fan made what if in order to lead up to Smash Brothers, what movies need to be in place. Somebody said Star Fox. Somebody said Legend of Zelda. Somebody said Metroid.
That's a good
Kirby.
Those are good picks.
Kirby, wow. I'd actually be pretty hyped to see that.
Kirby. Yeah, that would be interesting. Does Sonic belong in the Smash Brothers universe?
He does. Yes. He does belong in it.
So we got Mario, we got Bowser, we got the Mario universe now opens up the doors to a lot of things. I agree with the Zelda. I agree with the Star Fox, which is actually a great pick. Do those all need to be animated the same way to do a Super Smash Brothers, or if you have a live action, can you still make a Super Smash Brothers. Like if you do a live
That would
action
be
Zelda,
awesome. Now that you're saying it like that, if they have, like if you have Sonic the way it's done right now, and then you incorporate it with the animated version, that could be game changing. That's a new approach. That could
So
work.
wait a second, just to make sure I understand the question. You're saying, or what you guys are saying, you're saying the Sonic animation with the Super Mario movie animation, that type, link that all together and that'll be something, or with live action?
what I'm saying is, if using the Sonic movie as a reference point, when you look at Mark Madsen, who played Cyclops, and Sonic, how they interacted the entire movie, if you were to do something like that, where if you had a live action Zelda, a live action Metroid, and the animated characters of Mario, Bowser, Kirby,
I think
it could work because we've seen it in Sonic. It could work for sure.
Right, the crossovers are crazy because remember, even dude Solid Snake from Metal Gear made an appearance in there, and we know that the characters from Castlevania made it to Smash Brothers. So this is limitless. Jesus. The dude from Punch Out.
Well, and
he's in it.
Let me throw this out there for you. So I just look at it. I'm just doing some fact checking real quick, and I gotta give my source, comicbook.com. They actually asked Miyamoto about bringing Zelda to life on the screen, and he said there's nothing I can really comment at the moment, but we started with the fact that we have a shared vision of creation, so I think there will be opportunities in the future.
What's been taking so long for them to do a Zelda movie or a series?
Miyamoto's been very much a perfectionist when it comes to a lot of this stuff, and he really has tried to keep everything under wraps, especially like when the games come out and stuff like that. He really wants to keep it all close to, the original idea. So I think when they do stuff like this, it's really going to be scrutinized.
Can we give a quick shout out again to Jack Black and on the walk, was it not the Walk of Fame, but the red carpet for the movie premiere, and how he was being Bowser right behind Miyamoto? Did you guys see that video?
I didn't see that.
No, I haven't seen that. That's awesome, though.
You guys need to check it out, man, because Jack Black, aka Tedish, he was hilarious.
I was gonna ask this though, real quick. So, what does everybody think of a sequel, or where can the universe go from here? Like, what what characters would you like to see get more limelight, and what story should be told next?
I think they're going to go to Super Mario World, man. I'm just saying that based off of what I know. So you already saw the post credits, right? Yoshi made his appearance in what game? Super Mario World. I think that's next, because if you know, it went Super Mario 1, 2, 3. And then Super Mario World. I think they're going to upgrade to that. They might even mash a couple things together, but that's what I'm just thinking, just based off a little theory.
Which suits did they in like the Mario 1, 2, 3? Like you had the raccoon suit,
Hammer Brothers suit,
the box suit. Like when did they get the suits in the actual games?
In 3, Super Mario Brothers 3.
In 3,
decided to get the suit. So
is that when Mario had the white hat?
In Super Mario Brothers 2, Mario was in a deep sleep, using a dream, right? He didn't have the fire power, the fire flower, or whatever you want to call it. He didn't. So in 1, in theory, if you want to say he had a suit, okay, fine. He touched the fire flower, his suit changed into red and white, right? But in 3 is when they really showcased the suits, and those suits were the Toad suit. He had the Tanuki suit. He had the regular the foxtail and the raccoon tail and ears, and then he had the Hammer Brothers situation.
Right.
And that's all I have to say about that. So guys, what do you guys think about the Super Mario Brothers movie? Do you agree with what we're saying, or do you disagree? Either way, like, subscribe, and let us know what you think in the comments below.
No, there's nothing angry. I have nothing negative to say about this movie. Like, every time Seth Rogen laughed, he has the most unique laugh where it's just like he makes the character, he made Donkey Kong better by existing. Like, that's awesome.
Can we pause for a minute and just recognize that Mad V has nothing negative to say about this
round of
movie.
applause.
Wow, that deserves some claps and some snaps.
That needs to be a star on the calendar.
Right?
Yeah. Right.
My
Bookmark
anger
this.
level slowly rising.
Definitely.
Anger level slowly rising.
He'll soon have star powers.
But
Yoshi made his appearance in what game?
Mario Kart.
Super
Mario.
Rudy, wasn't it?
He made it.
I mean, he was the fastest.
Toad was the fastest, I thought. Anyways,
we can race right now.
I got you.
And you get Toad, I'll get Yoshi.
I got you.
Yoshi's fast.
Toad is my character.
Both of those guys, but Yoshi was the fastest.
Yeah, Yoshi was the
Not Toad. Did I
fastest.
say Toad? Yoshi was
Yoshi
my
was the
fastest.
fastest.